Well, I think it's always useful to collaborate and network with other people anyway. So those sorts of events always give you that opportunity, I think, which is really good. So from that point of view, I've got lots of good practice and ideas from other people, Catherine and Damien, who've done lots of work. So yeah, so that's a really useful aspect of it. Right. I think it's also a chance to sort of discuss things that you don't have time to talk about in other aspects of your day-to-day work. So I think it's really been useful in that respect. I would say. Yeah.
Because you mentioned in terms of your teaching as well. I mean, how has that impacted on you as a teacher?
Well, I mean, in terms of the argumentation, which has been the big part of this, I think it's really made me think about how you have to structure and plan that into your lesson. I mean, in the past, we've all done debates on this, that and the other, and there's a tendency to just sort of set it up in a very simple, loose format, I think. And that when you look at argumentation and how a good argument really looks, actually what you do isn't that, and you really need to break it down a lot more and take it more slowly and train the kids in that kind of thing rather than just let them loose on a discussion of something. So yeah, I would say that's been how it's had an impact on my teaching.
Okay, great. And in terms of the workshops themselves, what's been the strengths of those? I mean, what's the things have you liked?
Okay, I think the strengths of it are the bits that I actually find most awkward to start with. It's quite a loose. I mean, there's an agenda for the day, obviously, and all those sorts of things, and things are planned in and thought about. But it's quite loose in terms of when the conversation does start, it can sort of, if it goes off on a useful tangent or in a meaningful direction, then we just sort of go with that really, and things change quite rapidly throughout the day, I think. And at first, I did find that a little bit difficult. I wasn't sure what we were doing. Were we supposed to be reaching a conclusion about something or making a decision? But actually, we're just kind of. A lot of it is very just discussive and thinking and all those sorts of things. And that is a strength, actually. That is a strength, but it just took me a while to get used to that kind of that way of doing things, I think, really. So it's that kind of, it's got structure, but in an informal kind of way, which is quite nice.
Right. So what would be the converse of that? What do you think have been the weaknesses? What have you liked least about the STEAM workshops?
That's an interesting question, isn't it? I think in terms of what I do in the classroom, maybe to be given some more ideas about how I could go about it. I mean, we've been let loose really to go away and try different things that we want to try. It would have been nice to maybe just have a little bit more. Have you thought about trying this or something? Me being the facilitator for someone else's ideas, possibly something like that, rather than, because it's left me thinking, well, should I do this? Should I try that? Maybe that